Hi everyone, welcome to my new video series on the Tarot of the Thousand and One Nights by Lo Scarabeo. This has been a favorite of mine, and chances are if you're here, you're either curious or you already have this deck, and welcome you. So this deck was illustrated by Leon Carré, who was a French artist back in the early 1900s, and he did all the illustrations for all of the Thousand and One Nights stories. And what I found was that he illustrated specifically the 12 volumes of these books here. There's the publishing information down there. These are hard to get. I only have the cover of one of the volumes. I have the cover of volume 5 specifically, but all 12 volumes looked identical to this. Like they had this as the front cover. So again, I don't have any of those volumes, just this front cover of volume 5, but I just thought I'd show you. And yeah, all of his illustrations for the Thousand and One Nights are in these volumes, and it kind of looks like a encyclopedia set, really. You can get these on eBay sometimes. They're kind of hard to get, and they're very, very expensive because they are collector's items. They are from, I believe, the 1920s. So, but have no fear, because there was someone named Powys Mathers who translated the Madras version, which is what I just showed you. So he translated it from French into English. And so there's 4 of these volumes. They're quite thick, and they are by a publishing company called Routledge. So they contain all of the stories of the Thousand and One Nights. And I have all 4 volumes. They're not easy to read necessarily, but you do get used to it, and they're really, because they were written in the 50s, they're not politically correct. Well, they weren't written in the 50s, of course. They were written hundreds or thousands of years ago. No, I guess hundreds of years ago by the, the Arabic, the Islamic culture. So a lot of things in the English book is, kind of controversial. A lot of the words that are used to describe certain people, or there's even some pornography in there. Like it's not for children, but and it is hard to read. But you will, if you get all 4 of those volumes, and you can get those on Amazon. I bought used copies. You can have the entire compilation. Because in the modern books on the Thousand and One Nights, you'll get only the most popular stories. You won't get all of the stories. And so one of the most common complaints of the Lo Scarabeo deck is that the little white booklet doesn't even contain the titles of the stories for each card. And so you're left wondering, like, what story is this one from, and likewise this one. Like, there's only in this deck, I think before I purchased the volumes, there's only like 3 cards that I know for a fact what story they're from, and they're mostly like Sinbad the Sailor cards. And there's this one. This is the Land Abdullah and the Sea Abdullah. You might recognize that title, but yeah. So most of these, you just don't know what Arabian Nights stories they're from. So, but they are beautiful, and you don't necessarily need to know the stories in order to read these cards. In fact, for 7 years, I read with this deck, and I read like some amazingly accurate, or I made predictions even that were amazingly accurate, and I didn't know the stories behind the cards, and I didn't need to know the stories because you really don't. But they can add extra nuance to your readings. So, and it is actually quite interesting to know the stories. So that's what this video series will be about. I will do, I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing one card per video or multiple cards per video. I'm not sure yet, but I will be doing them in order of the deck. So for example, the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress, Emperor, etc. So I will be starting with the major arcana first, and I will give you a little bit of an excerpt of the story. I won't tell you the whole story because some of them are quite long, and it's better than to just you can look up some of the stories online as well and get a summary of the story. So I look forward to seeing you in my future videos, and let me know if you have any questions or concerns, comments, or anything like that, and I will see you in my next video.